the great African man, the president and chairman of Dangote PLC Worldwide, my brother and friend, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. I refuse to call him the contractor for fear of being farouked. So I'd rather call the Dangote and So group that the people doing the job. The chief whip of the 10th Senate and your deputy, my younger brother, my friend, my colleague, the Honorable Minister of Work State, my dear Barrister Goronyo, the Senate Committee Chairman on Works, Senator Well, the House of Rep Committee, Chairman Works, Right Honorable Akina Labi, Your Royal Majesty, the SSA to Mr. President, the Honorable Ministers that are here present, especially my family friend, Senator Kari, my dear brothers and sisters, the members of Executive Council of Borno State, the Speaker, Borno State House of Assembly, the Chairman of APC and all the APC faithfuls. And I think if I called the entire Borno State APC, I would have done the right thing, because there is no any other party here. APC! Thank you. Your Excellency, our dear Vice President, we thank you much for accepting to stand in for Mr. President to flag off this very important project. We are very happy to have you in our midst, and he has added very serious color to this ceremony. And this underscores the importance of these two projects that we are flagging off today. And Your Excellency, my dear brother, the Governor of Borno State, a man of great details, the man that has received us very well, the man that has been on our neck to come and do this ceremony, the man who, I told him last night when we were going around, and I saw the great exploits that he did in the land of Borno State. And I said to him, when you cry to have federal projects in your state, you cry as if there is nothing going on here. But a lot is going on. But something I took out is the relationship and the honor you bestow on the Vice President. We were out for inspection last night for 3 hours. At a time, I didn't know how to tell him to take me back to the lodge. And what Tenny was doing, he would say, you see this beautiful infrastructure, it was done by the Vice President when he was governor. You see this one, I did this one. You see this modern school, it was initiated, that is his idea. These are the ones he has done that you can see here. Among others, these are the ones, I'm doing. These are the roads he did, these are the ones I'm doing. And I took out something. That loyalty and appreciation and gratitude has no bound in the minds of this man, the great man of Borno State. And I took something out, that commending what good somebody has done does not diminish your own status, doesn't diminish the good things you have done. And my prayer is that this good relationship will continue and we blossom even in other states, because my faith says that he that pays evil for the good done unto him, that evil will not depart from his presence. So we have to learn from this. Governor, thank you very much, and congratulations. Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, the Vice President. We are here to flag off the Dikwa to Ngala road project. It was initially 49.55 kilometers, awarded in 2021 for a total contract sum of 55.5 billion. 2021. And so, up to 2024, this project could not take off because of insecurity along this corridor. and also the flag off of Bama Banki, that is also awarded in 2021 for the sum of 51 billion and is 49.153 kilometer. And so what we have done is to quickly stay within the contract sum as awarded, and we had to review the Dikwa to Ngala, to scope it into 2 phases. For the benefit of my colleagues, the ministers, I'll be using phasing instead of scoping. And so this has been rephased into phases 1 and 2, 32.25 kilometers for a contract sum of 70 billion, leaving out about 17 kilometers for phase 2. And for the Bama Banki, we have phased it also 32.25 kilometers for 67 billion, leaving about 17 kilometers again for phase 2. And so, it's not easy for me to pick my phone and call, Alhaji Aliko Dangote to say, look, this project is not well. Talk directly with us. Let God talk to you, then you talk to us. Don't allow God to talk directly to us. So I've said to Alhaji, give me Nasiru. I can flog him thoroughly to push this project, but I cannot push you. And I'm happy that Nasiru has displayed a lot of equipment here, and he's ready to move. He's ready to crack this project. And this project must start in 2 locations in each of the projects. And I thank the governor very seriously for his interest in this project. He told me that he has acquired, crushing, site for them, and even installed, crushing equipment. He has provided 500, trips of laterite. He has brought in some, tippers. I think other state governors should emulate this. He has actually, pushed this project, and we will do everything to stand with you and to stand very tall in actualization of this project. One thing that is very remarkable in this program today is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man destined to retake this country. It is very certain that all that were impossible to be done before, in one of the projects from Kano to Meduguri, which section 5 is here, was awarded in 2006. It is this president that is actualizing the sections that have not been completed, especially the one in Meduguri. And this, Bama Banki and the Dikwa projects awarded in 2021, is this president that is actualizing it, which means that is the great, dreamer, the great, thinker, the great actualizer, and the audacity of a person in doing the impossible. Can we put our hands together for our president? Under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, these 2 projects will be actualized, both phases 1 and 2. And the military is so excited about this project. When I sent letters for them about this ceremony, they were very, very much, interested. And I want to say that this road infrastructure, not only in the Northeast, it is the larger, program of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in fighting insecurity. When this project is done, our people in the Northeast will benefit because it's leading us to Chad and to Cameroon. But the greater interest in it is that our military forces, we have routes to combat whatever might be left of the insurgency by the time this project is completed. Our president is doing quite a lot. He has love for the people of Northeast. When the flood was on, even the last Monday Executive Council, he had to inquire about the reconstruction of the dam. And Your Excellency, our Vice President, I thank you very much for your commitment in assisting and supporting the President, not just for that reconstruction of the dam, but in every program of the Renewed Hope administration. And my governor, I saw him. He's only an engineer that can, be inside the flood. And I thank the President for awarding that contract to reconstruct the dam. I thank the President. In fact, Governor Zulu was telling me how the President released money immediately, for the Lake Chad. Mr. President, represented here by my brother, my friend, our dear Vice President, we are grateful to you. Thank you very, very much. Let me talk a little bit about the 4 legacy project of the President. Let me start with the Northeast. Only 2 days back, we flagged off the Akwanga, going through Kaduna, going through Jos, going through Bauchi, going through Gombe, going through Biu and Meduguri. And before now, about 4 weeks back, we flagged off the Gombe-Biu project. That's 125 kilometers. What is left to come to Meduguri is 188 kilometers. We are designing it, then it will go through competitive bidding, for award. 2 days back, we were in Plateau to flag us the Baban, Lamba, and the, Sharam Road. 40 kilometers for 92 billion. And that's the community of our national chairman. And while we were there, the people of Plateau State made, very serious demand. One is that in Northeast, the bridge of Ibi Bridge, which is the boundary between Plateau and the Taraba, should be completed. That is being done by RCC, and they awarded, I think, in 2018 to RCC. We've taken up that request, and I'm going to our father and to your father, Mr. President, to table that request. But more daring is a request of adding 400 kilometers to the Fort Legacy project, which is Akwanga to Meduguri, already 700 kilometers, about the same size with the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And if the President approves that, it's not the leaders we have to go and do the presentation, but I recommend that very seriously. But if that is done, it becomes the longest, legacy project of Mr. President. We beat Sokoto to Badagry because that one is 1,068 kilometers. I wish that God will be on their side and this is done. And they will be very wonderful. But the very wonderful thing about the Fort Legacy project is that it's dotting through the entire 6 geopolitical zone. It starts in VI, section 1 is being completed, 47 kilometers, section 2, 55 kilometers, about 50% done. It gets to section 4, which is Ondo, Ogun and Ondo. And then from there, it gets to Edo State, not yet procured. Delta section not yet procured. Bayelsa not procured. Rivers not procured. But Akwa Ibom, 180 kilometers by 6 lanes, multiplied by 2 carriageway, that 360 kilometers. That project is ongoing right now. And then from there, you get to section 3 and 3B, which is 67 kilometers. About 27 is going on in Calabar, and the rest in Akwa Ibom. So Akwa Ibom is having, a section in 3 and 3B, and a full section in section 5. And so that project stops in Calabar. And then from Calabar, the third legacy project picks off, and then it goes through Calabar to Ebonyi, 8 kilometers, from Ebonyi to Benue boundary, 123 kilometers. That's been awarded, and project is ongoing, about 20% done. And then second segment of that project is that the one that starts from the Benue boundary with Ebonyi. And it is going through Benue State, is going through Kogi State, is going through Nasarawa State. That's also been awarded, and project is ongoing, and mobilization already paid by the President. And that project is going to stop at Apo. And then within the axis of Apo and Akwanga, that's where the Fourth Legacy project takes off. But between the VI and the Sokoto Badagry, Sokoto takes off to Kebi. Sokoto is 120 kilometer. Dualized, that's 240. That's been awarded, 60% completed. And then you now get to Kebi, 258 kilometer by 2, fully awarded, 30% done. And then from Kebi, it gets to Niger, not yet procured, and then Kwara, not yet procured. And this is the only two sections not procured out of 1,068 kilometers of Sokoto Badagry. And so the Oyo section is 180 kilometers, it's been awarded, mobilization pay that is ongoing. And then you now get to, the Ogun section, Badagry, that's 162 kilometers by 2. That's been awarded and is ongoing. The beauty of it is that at the end of the Badagry section, you will now go through 61 kilometers through the Snake Island. You go through there through the Ogogoro Island. You now pass through 3.5 kilometers of tunnel, and then you appear at the VI, Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And so the entire 4 legacy projects of the president are all connected. Can we put our hands together for our president? That is not all. The Sokoto to Zamfara project, 350 kilometers, down to Zaria, is ongoing in 4 sections. And so, when you look at Sokoto there, you now look at, going to Zaria. We have project Zaria to Kano. And so, you now see at the upper section of the north that through Sokoto, we connect the entire, project to connect with the project that is from Medugri, that is Kano Medugri. Section 1 of that project is being reconstructed, and that is 100.9 kilometers through tractor. So, when these are all completed by God's special grace, it is now very easy, and a movement from Borno State to Ebonyi State will become shorter. A movement from Sokoto to Adamawa will become shorter. And when the distances between us are shorter, our differences will also become shorter. And this is recreating a united Nigeria by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Can we put our hands together for him? And let me assure the people of Borno State that all the projects in Borno State are being reviewed. Some have been completed in review, and the projects are ongoing. Most of the projects are NMPC tax credit projects, and they are doing very well. The president has just directed that we, phase the payment into phases A, B, and C. We've submitted A and B, which most of the projects in Borno State are, the president has approved. So we'll be battling with an NMPC to give us the money. So be assured, dear Governor, that all your projects are alive. And we have compiled volume 1. Some projects are missing here, like the Medugri Mongono project is not here. But we've tried to compile about 70% of the ongoing projects nationwide, zone by zone, so that people will appreciate what the president is doing. Dear Alhaji Dangote Aliko, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being a partner in this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu concrete, pavement revolution. Tomorrow we'll be in Lagos to review the flooding. Let me make it very clear that the coastal highway has not caused any flooding. It has rather helped, because you recall that before the establishment and construction of the Dikwa Atlantic, by the audacity of one man, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was governor, VI was almost swallowed by flood. So we have done a lot of, investigation before putting our coastal highway. And so it is not. But because the duty of the president and every leader is for the welfare of the people, we are going to use our engineering ingenuity to provide solutions. So we are coming Lagos. And sorry to announce that from Lagos to Ibadan, just completed about 3 years back, one carriageway has fully and totally failed, and then it can only be reconstructed with reinforced concrete pavement. So I thank industrialists. When industrialist is on board, when a banker is on board, when an engineer is on board, then you can be sure that in the public space, performance is the watchword. Performance is the watchword. So our dear leader, our dear president of Dangote Group, we thank you very much. Very high quality, deliverance of the projects that you are doing under the tax credit. We are not disappointed at all. When we went to Papalanto, it became a classroom lesson by the reason of the quality of the project. And you are in constant partnership with High Tech. That project is going to lead us to Benin Republic. And so Nigeria, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is opening the country, to our neighboring countries. And you can see the benefit in terms of commerce, the growth in GDP of every sectors of our economy. The president, working with his younger brother, the vice president, the Senator Kashim Shettima, they are taking back our country. Our GDP is growing better than our population. The NEFLONT is doing very well. For the first time, our students, we have loan, to continue their education. For the first time, we have 24 of our universities being internationally recognized, which means that anywhere the certificates of this 24 university is presented, then you will have good attention in terms of job, employment, and respect. Time will fail me to talk about the great work the Renewed Hope administration is doing. But I'm very much confident that Borno State is APC because of what the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing for you, because of your illustrious sons in the persons of our dear Vice President, because of our illustrious son in the person of, Professor Zulum, because of the Chief Whip, who is my very good friend, because of Kari. I now understand why Kari is fertilizing the entire country, because he's very close to the fertilizer man. Alhaji Aliko Dangote, thank you very much. We are giving this project, each of them, to be completed in 6 months. Hear me, O ye, Dantata and Soho, there will be no further review. Let us push. I'm coming here again in August, and together we will make this a huge success, and that will improve the security situation of our dear country. Your Excellency, our Vice President, thank you very much again. Thank you, our dear Governor Zulum, my good friend, and thank you, the people of Borno State, for receiving us well. Your taste, Governor, is out of this world. In fact, we were so relaxed by the reason of the quality of your infrastructure, and then the government house and the lodge. And the National Assembly were insisting that we should pass one more night. They are my headmasters, but I will only appeal to them. The National Assembly members, led by my 2 headmasters, Akin and Labi, and also Owell, thank you very much. Thank you for the cooperation. Thank you for the love for the president. Thank you for the love for this country. Thank you for the synergy. And of course, the other senator from Borno State, who is also my good friend. I love you so much. My dear younger brother, the Honorable Minister of Work State, thank you for your support, for your encouragement, and for all the assistance. Together, we shall retake this country, Nigeria. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator David Nweze Omahi, CON. Please let's appreciate him one more time. Time is fast spent indeed, and we have now reached the crescendo of this program. And I would like to very briefly acquaint you with the sequence of the rest of the event. His Excellency, our host, Executive Governor of Borno State, will be making his speech, and shortly after that, he will invite the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, to deliver a speech. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me the Executive Governor of Borno State, Engineer Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, CON MNI FNSE.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sufficiently and well represented by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my boss, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. My senior brother, the Minister of Works, who is also the former governor of Borno State, His Excellency David Umahi, who is doing a very great job in the Federal Ministry of Works. The President and CEO of Dangote Group, my senior brother Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the Deputy Governor of Borno State, Alhaji Umar Usman Kadafur, the Deputy National Chairman North of our great party, Dr. Ali Bukar Dalori, members of the National Assembly that are here. Let me mention the name of our own Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator M.T. Mongono, the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, distinguished Senator Yakachi Nwabonyi, the Chairman Senate Committee on Works, distinguished Senator Aliwelo Onweso, our brother from Plateau State, Senator Flang, and my junior brother, Senator Borno Central, distinguished Senator Kakashaula and SAN. The Chairman House Committee on Works, Honorable Akin Alabi, other members of the Federal House of Representatives that are here. Sorry, my brother, the Minister of Works, the Minister of Agriculture, Senator Abubakar Kari, the Minister of State for Works, my senior brother, my junior brother, Muhammad Goronyo, and the Minister of State for Regional Development, Honorable Obama Igali, the Speaker of Borno State House of Assembly, members of the Borno State House of Assembly, members of the Borno State Executive Council, members of the Borno State Party Executive, MD Northeast Development Commission, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Pardon me for my inability to recognize His Royal Highness, the Shehu of Borno. Very sorry. Ably represented by His Royal Highness, the Shehu of Dikwa. It is with profound gratitude to Almighty Allah that I warmly welcome His Excellency, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCO and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Minister for Works, His Excellency, Senator Engineer David Nweze Umahi, and indeed my senior brother, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Minister of Works for State, Right Honorable Mohamed Bello Goronyo, members of the National Assembly, members of the Federal Executive Council, traditional rulers, development partners, members of the security agencies, distinguished guests, and the good people of Borno State to this historic occasion. Today marks another significant milestone in our collective effort to rebuild, reconnect, and reposition Borno State for sustainable peace and economic prosperity. The black ops of the reconstruction of 49.55 kilometer Dikwa Gamboru Ngala Road and 49.15 kilometer Bama Banki Road represents more than the commencement of two major infrastructure projects. It symbolizes renewed hope for our people and a stronger commitment to restoring normalcy across our state. These roads are immense strategic importance. They connect communities that have endured years of insurgency, facilitate the movement of people and goods, improve access to markets and essential services, strengthen regional trade and neighboring Cameroon, and support ongoing security and stabilization efforts. The reconstruction will significantly enhance socio-economic activities while encouraging displaced persons to return to their ancestral communities. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Borno State government recognizes that infrastructure remains a critical foundation for development. Since assuming office, our administration has prioritized the rehabilitation of construction of roads, schools, hospitals, water facilities, and other critical infrastructure as part of our commitment to improving the lives of our citizens. The successful commencement of this project reflects the strong partnership between the federal government and the Borno State government. We deeply appreciate and remain eternally grateful to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his unwavering commitment to the development, peace, and security of the Northeast and Nigeria as a whole. I want to use this opportunity to commend him for establishing Federal College of Education in Goza during his tenure, the establishment of a new university, University of Bama, University of Agriculture and Entrepreneurship, the establishment of a Federal Medical Center, Azere, amongst others. I want to assure him that, inshallah, the good people of Borno State will vote for him, inshallah, in the year 2027. And we want him to commend him for picking one of our own distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima as his vice president. And inshallah, we wish him to continue in this direction. I want to use this opportunity to commend Alhaji Aliko Dangote for all the good works that he has been doing, not only in Borno State, but in Nigeria at large. Let me recall to the general people of Borno State that in 2026, when His Excellency the Vice President was the Governor of Borno State, Alhaji Aliko Dangote Foundation donated 2 billion naira to support the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Borno State. 2 billion of 2076 is now equivalent to about how many billion? More than 30 billion. The fund was specifically intended to improve education, health, economic empowerment, rehabilitation, and communities affected by insurgency, support for internally displaced persons. Alhaji Mohamed Aliko Dangote constructed Dangote IDP village here in Maiduguri. Inside the Dangote village, he has constructed a primary school, a health clinic, mosques, irrigation, farmland, poultry farm, water, and electricity, amongst others. Through the Aliko Dangote Foundation, thousands of displaced persons receive food and non-food items. Essentially, in 2017, he has donated 106 trucks of food to approximately 312 IDPs. Alhaji Mohamed Aliko Dangote has also donated 1.5 billion naira to NEMA to support flood victims in Borno State in the year 2024. In addition to this, he has also donated additional 1 billion naira to the government of Borno State in September 2024 in order to cushion the effect of the flooding. Alhaji Aliko Dangote has done essentially very good to Borno State, and whoever is not grateful to his fellow human being will not be grateful to Almighty Allah. Through Mohamed Alhaji Aliko Dangote, he has supported Borno State Primary Healthcare Development Agency by providing counterpart funding to 1 UN offer to the primary healthcare facilities. On this note, I want to commend him, and inshallah, may God Almighty Allah will reward him abundantly. Let me also use this opportunity to commend the Minister of Works and Housing, Works, for all the great works that he has been doing. Since the assumption of duty, the Minister has been doing wonderful jobs across the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've noticed the great development that he has done when he was governor of Ebonyi State. He has done wonderfully well in the areas of road construction. Amongst those that have introduced concrete road in Nigeria, he is number 1. As the chairman of the Northeast Governors Forum, I want to use this platform to commend him for initiating multiple projects in the Northeast region of Nigeria. I thank you most sincerely for all the good works that you are doing, and I wish you all the best. I want to also commend our security agencies for their sacrifices in creating an enabling environment for development projects such as this. Without their courage and professionalism, many of our achievements would not have been possible. We are especially honored by the presence of our illustrious son, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima GCON, whose dedication and support for the progress of Borno State remain invaluable. Your Excellency, your personal interest in the reconstruction and development of our state continues to inspire confidence among our people. We sincerely appreciate your leadership and steadfast commitment. To the contractors that are handling this project, Nandata and Soy, I urge you to deliver quality work in accordance with the approved specifications and within the agreed timelines. The people of Borno State deserve durable infrastructure that will serve generations to come. Our administration will closely monitor every stage of implementation to ensure value for money and strict adherence to quality standards. To the benefiting communities, I appeal for your full cooperation by protecting these projects and supporting the contractors throughout the construction period. These roads belong to all of us, and their success depends on our collective responsibility. May I urge the Minister of Works to support the development of Borno State in one direction. Especially, one of our major reasons why these two particular roads are failing is because of passage of trucks that are severely overloaded. Usually with over 120 tons, 10 tons. And under no circumstances, roads of this magnitude can withstand this pressure. To your immediate right and other location, Borno State Government has established way bridges with a view to checking the excesses of the trucks owners. However, the power to implement the utilization of the way bridges on federal roads are under the purview of the federal government. May I therefore urge you to give waiver to Borno State Government to partner with you with a view to implementing this noble objective. Thank you very much, sir. Secondly, one of our major roads, as you have mentioned, I want to thank you. 3 days ago, the Honorable Minister has called the contractor which is handling the construction of Bama through Maiduguri Road, which is Section 5 of Kano Maiduguri Road. We remain eternally grateful to you, and we believe the contractor will resume soon so that he will also complete the project. As we flag these landmark projects today, let us reaffirm our shared commitment to building a peace and united and prosperous Borno State. Together, we shall continue to overcome every challenge and create lasting opportunities for our people. Let me use this platform to welcome all the members of the National Assembly that were in Borno State yesterday. I want to most sincerely thank you for your vision and tenacity to be here with us, and for supporting the Honorable Minister. I want to assure the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and indeed the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that inshallah, come January 2027, people of Borno State will overwhelmingly vote him to office. On behalf of the government and good people of Borno State, I once again welcome you all and thank you for honoring this important occasion. May Almighty Allah bless Borno State, bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, bless the Federal Ministry of Works, and grant us enduring peace and progress and prosperity. And let me also commend my good brother, the Minister of State for Works, Muhammad Goronyo, for being with me about 2 years ago to Damasak and other local government areas of Borno State, despite the security challenges as at then. I believe he is a good partner to the Minister of Works. Thank you, and may God bless you. On this note, it is my singular honor and privilege to invite the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by His Excellency the Vice President, to deliver a speech and thereafter plaque up the construction of the two roads to the glory of God and to the benefit of the people of Borno State. Your Excellency, sir.
Kindly sit down, please. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, my brother, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, FNSE MNI. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Borno State, Honorable Dr. Umar Usman Kadafur. My brother, the Honorable Minister of Works, who has been a loyal friend of over 10 years. When I was the governor in Borno, he used to send me a truck of rice every Christmas. But the beauty of the relationship was when you are, it's only those who have been in the deepest valley that will appreciate how magnificent it is to be on the mountaintop. When I was in the Senate, he did not stop obliging me with a truck of rice every end of the year. For that, Engineer Deb Omahi, I'm eternally grateful to you. They call him the richest man in the world, but he personifies humility, humble and self-effacing. Probably the greatest black man in the past 500 years. Alhaji Aliko Dangote has been a benefactor for the people of Borno for the past 25 years. Beyond the 2 billion naira he contributed for rehabilitation works for the 8 years under my stewardship, Alhaji Aliko, for every Ramadan, he was supporting us with 300 to 400 trucks of rice, sugar, and assorted commodities. Most importantly, when even sons of Borno, some are relocated to Abuja, there is even one who sold off his houses in Maiduguri and relocated to New Zealand at the other end of the world to avoid the scourge of Boko Haram. Alhaji Aliko had consistently visited Borno more than 10 times. And there was an instant when I dropped him around Maiduguri in an untreated car with his 2 daughters. That was the show of courage. That was the show of love. Mr. President of the Dangote, we are sincerely most grateful to you. The Chief Whip of the Senate and Senator representing Borno North, Senator Mohammed Tahir Monguno, the Chairman Senate Committee on Works, distinguished Senator Olwell Oyeso, my friend, the Deputy Chief Whip, Senator Wayoboni, the Senator representing Borno Central Senatorial District, my son, distinguished Senator Kaka Shehu Lawan, SAN. I wish to weaponize the Chairman House Committee on Works, Right Honorable Akin Alabi, to recognize and appreciate all other members of the National Assembly present here. My boss, the Deputy National Chairman North of the All Progressive Congress, Honorable Dr. Ali Bakar Dalori, and the leadership of the party across all levels of the state. The Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Senator Abubakar Kyari, the Honorable Minister of State for Works, Right Honorable Bello Mohammed Goronyo, the Honorable Minister of State for Regional Development, Barrister Ubama Igari Amadou, the Managing Director of the Northeast Development Commission, Alhaji Mohammed Goni Al-Khali, and other heads of government agencies and extra-ministerial departments, senior special assistants to the President on community engagement, led by the SSA Community Engagement Northeast, Honorable Abdul Hamid Yahya Abba, and other presidential aides present here. The Executive Director of Dantata and Sawo, Engineer Nasiru A. Dantata, His Royal Highness the Sheikh of Borno Al-Haji Dr. Abubakar Ibn Umar Garbe Al-Amin Al-Kanemi, ably represented by His Royal Highness the Sheikh of Dikwa Al-Haji Dr. Sheikh Ibrahim Ibn Umar Ibrahim Al-Kanemi. the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Works, and other senior government officials, the Speaker of the Borno State House of Assembly, my friend, my brother, Honorable Abdul Karim Lawan, and other members of the House of Assembly. I want to weaponize the Secretary to the Borno State government, an accomplished technocrat, Alhaji Bakar Tijani, to recognize and appreciate all members of the Borno State Security Council, heads of security and paramilitary agencies present, members of the fourth estate of the RIM, honored guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Road infrastructure is a critical foundation of every organized society. Yet its significance reaches far beyond concrete, bridges, and culverts. Roads are the live wire of our commercial engagements. They determine whether the farmer reaches the market, the trader reaches the customer, the child reaches school, the patient reaches care, and security agencies reach communities in time. This is why His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, has made infrastructure a central priority. This is what Mr. President promised Nigerians. I am here today to affirm our readiness to redeem the promise and to convey his goodwill and gratitude for the support you have shown us. We are not unaware of the burdens imposed on our communities and our economy by a poor network of roads. A broken road slows commerce, raises the cost of food, isolates communities, discourages investment, and condemns productive energy to stagnation. When produce perishes because the market is difficult to reach, the economy loses. When transporters spend more on repairs and fuel, every household pays the price. But roads are also a security risk. A corridor that is difficult for citizens to travel is equally difficult for security personnel to patrol and protect. Delayed access means emergency response and leaves communities exposed. For a region that has endured grave security challenges and fought courageously to reclaim normal life, road infrastructure is inseparable from lasting peace. We cannot sit back while damaged roads undermine the sacrifices of our people and security forces. We are embarking on construction and rehabilitation because soccer must take physical form in the daily lives of our citizens. The Bama Banki corridor carries special strategic weight. It is a route of trade, of agriculture, movement, and national security. Its rehabilitation will improve access, strengthen cross-border economic activity, support the movement of palm produce, and enhance the reach of our security agencies. The work also provides for bridges, drainage, safety facilities, and supporting infrastructure. The Dikwa Gamboru Ngala road belongs to the same vision of reconnecting communities and restoring economic confidence across Borno State. Across the nation, this administration is advancing critical infrastructure because mobility is a condition for productivity. We are rehabilitating roads, improving links between farms and markets, and strengthening connections between communities and centers of commerce. Our transport vision also extends beyond roads. We believe that efficient railways reduce pressure on highways, lower freight costs, connect production centers to markets, and give Nigerians safer choices. Our goal is an integrated transport system in which roads, railways, aviation, and inland waterways reinforce one another. I salute the government of Borno State under His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, MNI, for remaining a dependable ally in the service of our people and has placed infrastructure at the heart of his administration. His government understands that reconstructions must be paid in roads traveled, schools attended, farms cultivated, businesses reopened, and communities restored to confidence. The partnership between the federal government and Borno State showed what becomes possible when public institutions are united by the agency of service. Certainly, Your Excellency, you are one of the best performing governors in the Federation. I commend my brother, the Honorable Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, CON, and the Honorable Minister of State for Works, Barrister Bello Mohamed Goronyo, for the energy they have brought to this assignment, their sensitivity to the hardships faced by our people, and their commitment to the agenda of this administration. I also commend their Borno State counterpart, my son, the Commissioner of Works and Housing, Engineer Adam Bakar Bababe, for the diligence and partnership he has brought to the task of improving the infrastructure upon which our people depend. Our collective insistence on durable engineering, stronger supervision, and solutions suited to our environment reflects the seriousness required to close our infrastructure gaps. The reinforced concrete pavement planned for this corridor further demonstrates an emphasis on longevity and value for public resources. To the people of Bama, Banki, Dikwa, Gamboru, Ngala, and every community along these corridors, I bring the assurance of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. These projects will be pursued to completion. Promises acquire meaning when citizens can drive on the roads, move their goods, reach their families, and live with greater security. The machinery of government must remain focused until the work is done and the benefits are felt. To Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the people of Borno, and by extension, the people of the Northeast will remain eternally grateful to you for your magnanimity, for your generosity, and most importantly, for your courage on embracing this very arduous task of reconstructing these roads. Many a contractor could have run away. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, your welfare shall never be taken for granted. Your patience, resilience, and faith in the Nigeria project deserves a government that responds with action. We will continue to work with the state government and state governments across the length and breadth of this nation, the contractors, the host communities, and relevant institutions to ensure that these roads become pathways of commerce, security, and renewed confidence. Today, we set in motion modern construction equipment. We restore movement where hardship created barriers, reconnect enterprises where distance imposed stagnation, and strengthen security where difficult terrain created vulnerability. May these roads carry the habits of our farmers, the ambitions of our young people, the traffic of prosperous businesses, and the promise of a safer Borno State. On behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is my singular honor and privilege to cherish forever, to pluck up the construction of these major economic lifelines, the Dikwa Gamboru Ngala Road and the Bama Banki Road. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you so very much. His Excellency the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, will now be leading members of the front row to cut the ribbon, signifying the formal flagging of the construction of Dikwa Gamboru Ngala roads and Bama Banki roads. After that is done, His Excellency will climb up the heavy-duty truck . Hello.
One of the policy thrusts of the Tinubu administration is to ensure that there is steady economic growth across different parts of Nigeria, hence this historic occasion. The flag-off ceremony for the rehabilitation of 49.55 kilometer Dikwa to Gamboru, Ngala, and Bama to Banki roads will surely remain in the annals of history, because aside its strategic importance, motorists and commuters, and of course residents generally, have been waiting for the rehabilitation of the aforementioned roads. When fully rehabilitated, the roads will also aid in reducing the activities of Boko Haram insurgents significantly, as economic activities are expected to be heightened, especially movement of goods and services along these roads. The federal government of Nigeria also feels there is indeed no better time to reconstruct these roads than now, as it will not only consolidate achievements recorded in the area of road reconstruction and construction by Borno State government, but will accelerate Borno's economic recovery as it connects with neighboring countries of Chad, Niger, and Cameroon. With this, we've come to the official flag-off ceremony for the rehabilitation of 49.55 kilometer Dikwa to Gamboru, Ngala, and Bama to Banki roads. On behalf of the Outside Broadcast crew, I am Abubakar Musa, inviting you all to enjoy other programs on the largest television.
The roads, when completed, will enhance the easy movement of farm produce, improve trade, improve transportation quality, reduce travel time, boost businesses, and give greater access to our security agencies in the operations of securing lives and properties of Nigerians. We are gathered here today to flag off the Bama Banki Road and Dikwa Gamboru Road, all in Borno State. Mr. President, Renewed Hope Road Infrastructure Development Program of the Ministry of Works is more than building highways. They are pathways to opportunities and security and national development. Your Excellencies, Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's GCFR is not just constructing roads, but he is building roads that are long-lasting, roads that will outlive all of us that are here present. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you. He concluded by saying Mr. President is constructing not only roads, but roads that will stand the test of time, roads that may outlive all of us. These and others are some of the words and contribution of the Director, Highways, Federal Ministry of Works, Engineer Clement Ogbago. Please, let's hear a round of applause for him. Your Excellency, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed, I would like that at this point we resign for a very short drama and cultural presentations. And we are beginning with the Maliki dance, which is the major dance of the Kanuri-speaking people. And I now invite them to come and entertain us for only 4 minutes, please. Maliki dancers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maliki dancers. Thank you, Maliki dancers. Kindly round up, please. Kindly round up, please. Haja Gomsuda Ortene. Thank you. Thank you so much. Haja Gomsun, Nandro Minti Askayena.
Madiye biyar mamadiye. Ngwara shiryanin bulabar ne duk na bukata. Adi alangur.
Layo lirin bisu gana cin zarafi su biya. Gomi karare jari. Kaya lezina ta lewani. Su wana kundala ma kunna. Su wana kundala lorodi wa yala nya sarabi su media. Alau makriye. Hara kutai she timarimbe. tada ko taila harire me tada sheti ma masa waye halo bakriye kuma zai kai ja ari kuma zai kai katri barakan nan rawa kedum ba tada ko tai sheti marme wuro mato shima mato dum na suna bawa groja da kuma san kawai dinye Muhammad Goni alkali ya duyar wuro zuwa zina tayayye su wuro zuwa zina Muhammad Goni alkali ya duye na kedin badin ari tanna ye kedin bakar mama dan ko ce nan yiro kedin bakar mama Usman ari tanna yermani pade da ka tawar yermani din kirma kai ya diwi ci aman ka tawar juwa ci aman da yamci wuro ma to shimi Martine wuro ma to shimi yamci wuro ma to da su wani mai mele zarami kuma dalo kan gadi yayi alau makuriye nai kriye don jo sunu ado hi dalori ma dadale zurim ari dalori nan yiro kedum bakram su wani mai mele kriye kula do hoya alau makuriye da jere lokol mama mali a jere ye gulle shiro mali a wuro ma to shimi ni ye jere bum no kom ni ye wiya ambula ye wazo na kada ari sa to mi wuro ma to shimi aile ne amana ne men ala nya kana
yaja nyiro sa to mi amete suro moto e nyiro tina
ari kriye sha kulari lale mali a jere yana ne yamci mongune watina da wura bari saka ka shaudu kwandero le tuna ma walle washin ba shi mai tara mai yare sana ta wuya yongor ki bade kuma abu chari e wura bade ne tara da gursire la da be abu chari yermanye din aidiya ara sai saka ka shaudu daga ne mai na jere kanum yam shi ne kanum kaka shaudu la nyiro kedo abu chari na nyiro kedo agere biade bare joda mai dararu ko yinyati tanna mai darana nyiro jakuma Bama Ngala kala bolke ma adran ma kala bolke ma tanna mai daranda kala dama yede dibi ci gwamnati na are kirmam usman ka tawri na nyiro ja da kambulando ko tari mutuna di da jes kumna ye sengeje abu chari na nyiro isin ai babani daga babani na nyiro isi babani gala gala burkedi babani na nyiro isi ndo babani na nyiro isi mindo komna ni uro sengenyi kuma naira kati da magalo kala burkedi babani na nyiro kerma ari da kyoche na nyiro kerma da ko che na nyiro ja da ko che uro shenaria ala shaka nazu abu chari ala nyaga nazu babu nan ala wakriye dan ko ce mai naira kai ya dan ko ce mai naira kashin sheti ma shi na da ala wakriye sheti man nan yoro isini ala ni sheti man nan yoro ari nyai bebi kumari nan yoro jani bebi kumari ro kai da kuma ari wisa ma wukari mini sanda nyiro biari kamari ono dia biari kamari ro ko indo karmama silma shiwari ma yermani ala kawunom koko ye kashim ni maro le da wale dan ko te wa ibarani da usman ko tawur dibiti gumnabe dimiti gumnariye kai nayi wa kazu kai dibiti nayi kaduni kai ya tiwur kai nayi wa kazu wura gwamnaro jesi gwamnare tada aja ya kai jesi gwamnare wura gwamnani barare abukar tujani kwa aja fatiye wura matoshina wura gwamna ma.
Thank you so much. That has been Haja Gumsu, who has been in the industry for more than 50 years. Please, let's appreciate.
ambiwa talia nanila ambiwa sumiti na ilamba ala shagnazu kayina koche minare naniro daya yarame du ajagum sidaro kwado du gumna rumado du kashim bingwa rumado du zulmashiwari mabe tarani chini ya kallo leni samiro chini ya waya demin chidiro gami ya waya demin samiro furni ya waya demin tara ku taisha timaremme kolle kan.
Thank you so much. That has been Haja Gumsu. Please let's appreciate her one more time. Your Excellency, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed with the program very proper. Ladies and gentlemen, Borno and Sokoto has always been in the best of relationship, even when the two empires were at the peak of their hegemony. Our next speaker is from Sokoto, and he has been a very good friend of Borno. When he was a state minister for water resources, he has visited Borno more than 3 times. In 2023, he was in Borno to assess the state of Chad Basin Development Authority. In 2024, he was in Borno to identify and sympathize with the government and people of Borno State over the unfortunate 10 September flooding. And today is again here to flank and support the Honorable Minister of Works to Borno State. Ladies and gentlemen, join me with a resounding applause as I invite to the microphone the Honorable Minister of State for Works, Honorable Bello Mohamed Goronyo Esquire, to now deliver his remarks at this point.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Your Excellency, our dear President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, ably represented by His Excellency Distinguished Senator Kashim Shatima, GCON, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Engineer Professor Babagana Umar Al-Zulum, CON, who I always call my dearest brother. Your Excellency, my leader, my boss, Engineer David Nweze Umahi, CON, or Minister of Works, Federal Republic of Nigeria, members of the National Assembly here present. I use Senator Muhammad Tahir Mungunu as my point of contact, but I dare not forget the chairman of my 2 committees of Senate and the House of Representatives here present. Of course, our amiable brother and champion of industries in black and white Africa, and of course, by extension, globally, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the President CEO of Dangote Groups of Companies. Our royal fathers here present, very distinguished personalities, religious and political leaders. Of course, I will not also forget our Deputy National Chairman, North, and the special advisors to Mr. President on community engagement, staff, of course, management directors of the Ministry of Works, very distinguished personalities. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol already established by the MC. Time will not allow me to recognize each and every one of you. But I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Your Excellency, our dear President, it is with profound gratitude to Almighty Allah and a deep sense of honor that I welcome you to this historic flag-off marking the official reconstruction of 49.55 kilometer Dikwa Gamboru Ngala and construction of 44.15 kilometer Bama Banki roads under the renewed hope agenda of our dear President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This project is aimed at improving commerce, agriculture, stimulate economy, lower transportation costs, and of course, strengthen our national security architecture by providing the Nigerian Army with dependable year-round tactical access to Lake Chad Basin to sustain the counter-terrorism operations whilst simultaneously improving local access to healthcare, education, and humanitarian aid. I wish to sincerely commend my minister, the Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, CON, whose visionary leadership, exceptional commitment, and innovative approach continue to transform Nigeria's road infrastructure under his stewardship. The Ministry of Works has recorded remarkable achievements through professionalism, transparency, innovation, and unwavering insistence on excellence and accountability, earning the confidence of Mr. President and admiration of Nigerians. Permit me also to pay tribute to His Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum CON, whose resilience, purposeful governance, and close collaboration with the federal government serve as a national model for post-conflict resolution and subnational development. Indeed, your legacies will continue to shine for decades to come. Your Excellency, the Governor, already the MC has highlighted some of the trips that I have embarked upon during my stewardship as a Minister of State in the water resources. But I dare say that I have seen a lot of achievements recorded by your administration. I've been with you at Boy, Damasak, and so many other cities where I saw firsthand a number of achievements recorded by your administration. I salute your courage. I salute your resilience. You are unassuming and intentional in the delivery of service to your people. May God continue to bless you and keep you for the betterment of all. These projects, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, are far more than the construction of roads. They are pathways to economic revitalization, social inclusion, regional integration, and lasting peace. It will stimulate agricultural productivity, expand trade, create jobs, reduce transportation costs, encourage private investment, and significantly improve the quality of life of the people of Borno State and neighboring communities. Finally, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my sincere gratitude and profound appreciation to His Excellency President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR for his unwavering commitment to infrastructure development, national unity, restoration of lasting peace and prosperity across Nigeria. We are equally honored by the presence of His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is graciously representing Mr. President here at this very important occasion. Sir, your presence is a strong demonstration of the federal government commitment to the development, stability, and prosperity of Northeast region and Nigeria as a whole. On this note, I warmly welcome you and wish you a successful and memorable flag-off ceremony. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Beyond the agricultural and commercial value of this project, the Honorable Minister noted that it is also tactical and strategic, especially taking into cognizance that it will allow our military to carry out effectively their counterinsurgency operation in this region. Please, let's appreciate the Honorable Minister of State for Works, Honorable Bello Mohammed Goronyo, Esquire. Thank you for your intervention at this moment. Your Excellency, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to crave the indulgence of our subsequent speakers to please adopt and rest on the already well-led protocol when they come to the microphone for their speeches. At this point in time, we reach to the next segment of this program, which is a goodwill messages, and would like to start by His Eminence the Sheikh of Borno, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar ibn Umar Garbel Amin El-Kanemi, CFR, who is being ably represented at this occasion by the Sheikh of Dikwa, Alhaji Dr. Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Umar Ibrahim El-Kanemi, CFR.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله على النبي الكريم. His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is ably represented by our son, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima. Your Excellency the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, Your Excellency the Deputy Governor, the Honorable Minister of Works, Engineer Inwezi David Umahi CON, distinguished members of the National Assembly here present, the chairman of the great party, the deputy national chairman of the great party, now Dr. Ali Bukar Dalori, the Speaker of Borno State House of Assembly, the APC State Party chairman, members of the Federal Executive Council here present, the Speaker of Borno State House of Assembly, and other members of his interest, the Secretary to the Borno State Government, and let me son with the existing protocol. We are deeply elated and honored by the approval of this contract by the reconstruction of the Dikwa, Gamboru, and Bama Benki Way, which is highly linking our great emirate to the state capital and our neighboring countries. For many years, this route has been a source of hardship, delays, and loss for our farmers, traders, patients. Well, its construction is not just about life, dignity, economic growth, and unity. Your Excellencies, this road is an artery of our traders, health, education, and for our future as well. This intervention is a clear testimony of the grassroots development and renewal of hope agenda. We believe, inshallah, this road will open new doors of commerce, reduce accidents, ease movement, and connect our sons and daughters more closely for the opportunities both within and our neighboring countries. I pledge the full cooperation and support of our people to the both federal and the state government. I thank and now commend His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, His Excellency the Vice President, His Excellency the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, for his efforts to see that project is a reality today. And for His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Nigeria, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, for his tireless courage, support, and effort to see this historic construction of the Bama, Benki, and Dikwa Gamboru Road has commenced today. Finally, I urge the contractor, and inshallah, we are definitely sure now with his under leadership of the Dangwale group of companies, inshallah, he will going to finish this in time. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much. That has been the remarks of His Eminence, the Sheikh of Dikwa, Alhaji Dr. Sheikh Ibrahim Ibn Umar Ibrahim Al-Kanemi, CFR. Please let's hear a round of applause to His Eminence. Thank you so much. I would like to announce once again that speakers in this segment are highly encouraged to be economical with time. They only have 2 minutes to deliver their goodwill, but it will be nicer if they keep it shorter. Ladies and gentlemen, the next person to speak to us in this segment is the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, Northeast Zone, in person of Honorable Abdul Hamid Yahya. Kindly approach the microphone to deliver your goodwill. Honorable Abdul Hamid Yahya. Please, let's appreciate him. It's a long walk to the podium. I remind once again that you simply have to adopt the already existing protocol.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. The Honorable Minister said I should speak in Hausa. Mai girma mataimakin shugaban kasa babana baban North East Senator Kashim Shettima GCON. Mai girma gwamnan jihar Borno Engineer Babagana Umaru Zulum CON. Mai girma mai gidana Honorable Minister of Works Engineer Senator David Umahi. Mai girma CEO na Dangote Group Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Mai girma mai martaba sarki, masu girma membobi na House of Assembly, masu girma sanatoci da suke wannan wajen, jama'a assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Na farko muna miƙa godiya wa shugaban ƙasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu tare da mataimakin shi wato Senator Kashim Shettima. A history na Arewa maso gabas ba a taɓa Vice President irin Senator Kashim Shettima ba. Shi ne Vice President na farko da ya cire mana kitse a wuta a Arewa maso gabas. Mai girma Vice President, muna godiya, bara mu taɓa manta da irin wannan halacci da karamci da kai wa mutanen Arewa maso gabas. Ka saka shugaban ƙasa yana mana aiki daga Akwanga zuwa Bauchi zuwa Maiduguri, ana yin aiki daga Bauchi zuwa Gombe, ana yin aiki daga Gombe zuwa Adamawa, ana yin aiki daga Adamawa zuwa Taraba. Muna godiya ga shugaban ƙasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu da kuma ministocinmu guda biyu wanda ba abin da za mu ce musu na iya ƙoƙari da suke mana. Duka ayyukan da ake yi, irin ayyukan da ake a Arewa maso gabas, ina ga yafi ma ayyukan da ake yi a kudancin Najeriya. Ba tare da ɓata lokaci ba, ina kiran mutanenmu na Arewa maso gabas da zaɓe ya gabato da mu tabbata mun ƙara zaɓen President Bola Ahmed Tinubu da shi da mataimakinsa Kashim Shettima. Ina kira ga duka appointees da suke North East da mu tabbata kowane jiha mun ba wa shugaban ƙasa ƙuri'a miliyan 1.200,000 a kowane jiha na Arewa maso gabas. Yanda kowa ya zo lafiya, Allah mai da ku lafiya. Jama'a assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much. the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, Northeast, Alhaji Abdulhamid Yahya. At this point in time, the next goodwill is going to come from the Chairman, House of Representative Committee on Works, Honorable Akin Alabi. Please, let's give him a resounding applause as he approaches the lectern to deliver his goodwill.
The President, Commander-in-Chief, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our father, competently represented by the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, our host, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Bama Zulum. This is my first time in Borno State. Umara Babagana Zulum. This is my first time in Borno State, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm going back home with some materials, clothing materials that I'm going to wear for many months to come. Thank you, Your Excellency. I acknowledge the Deputy Governor as well, the National Assembly members, the Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Tahir Mungunu, the Chairman Senate Committee on Works, Senator Onyeso Orwell, my dear Deputy House Committee Chairman on Works, Right Honorable Usman Banye, representing the people of Rimi, Batagrawa, and Charanchi Federal Constituency. All leaders present, I want to stand on the protocols that have been impeccably established. Honorable Minister, we've gone around the country together in the last 3 years, and we've commended your capacity. I'm not going to go into that again because everyone here knows about your capacity. What I want to talk about today is what I want to advise other ministers and heads of departments and agencies to emulate. Is your relationship with the National Assembly. The way you carry along the National Assembly in everything you do makes our job easy. And I explain what I mean. Normally, the relationship between the executive and legislature is that the minister or the DG will go do his own thing. We'll go do our own thing. Then later Parliament will come with write letters to CBN, write letters to BPP. Lots of man hours wasted. But what you do is that you cut through that process. So from the beginning, from ground zero, you carry Parliament along. During the award, you carry us along. During the procurement, you carry us along. During the flag off, like we are doing here today, you are carrying us along. Inspection of the projects, you carry us along. And the commissioning of the projects, you carry us along. So it makes our job very, very easy. There's no need. We know the amount. We know the composition of materials. We know everything you are doing from the beginning to the end. So I'm calling on all ministers and MDAs to please emulate the Honorable Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi. And I'm speaking standing on behalf of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, GCON, PhD. Now, our dear contractor, Dangote Industries, you don't need any more accolades. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows your capacity. Everybody knows your contribution to the Nigerian economy. All we can do is thank you. All we can do is encourage you. Sir, I assure you that posterity will be kind to you. History will judge you positively. I'm very, very confident of that. Because what you are doing with the tax credit, we know your capacity in other industries and other endeavors. But what you are doing with the tax credit scheme, you are taking advantage of it for the betterment of our country in terms of infrastructure. You're doing a lot. If you've been to Lagos, I go to Apapa Oshodi every time. We saw what you did there. A couple of weeks ago, we were at Ilaro, Papalanto, what you're doing there. And the contractors are doing fantastic. The quality job that you're doing. Yeah, I know I got to worry, but this is important. Right? You didn't hurry the dancers up. But I was elected to talk. So I'm going to spend an additional 2 minutes to complete what I'm saying. This is National Assembly here. All right. We saw what you did, Papalanto. We went there with the Honorable Minister. Like I said, it carries us along. We were at Obajana. We've seen what you've done all across the country. Posterity will judge you positively. On behalf of my colleagues, I thank you. But do not relent. Keep doing it. We are behind you. Thank you.
The Chairman, House Committee on Works, Honorable Akin Alabi, we appreciate you. The next goodwill message is going to come from the Chairman, Senate Committee on Works, in person of the most distinguished Senator Allwell Onyeso. Please, let's give him a resounding applause as he approaches the microphone to deliver his goodwill.
Our Vice President, a well-known academician, a giant, a man with spontaneous intelligence, I greet you. Our host, the governor of Borno State, you're a wonderful man. And the wonder began from the airport as we drove through until we got to where we slept. I slept, if you want to know where I slept at the government house by his grace. So we thank you. Our brother, a man we are very proud of, a man who has shown that what the white man can do, the black man can also do. And even better, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Our minister, a wonderful man. Nigeria already knows you, so I don't want to belabor that issue. You're a magician when it comes to construction. And a young prince from Sokoto, as I call him, with you around him, we know that the job is assured. My respect. My leader here, the chief whip of the Senate, Senator Monguno, my respect, and the deputy whip of the Senate, the youngest senator in Nigeria, Weboyi. My special friend, my seatmate, we sit very close, Alhaji Senator Kaka Shehu, SAN. And the traditional rulers, we cannot do without you. We know your functions. We know the roles you play. My absolute loyalty to you. Ladies and gentlemen, lest I forget, my colleague from the House of Reps, you spoke for all of us, so I won't take time. I only commend Alhaji Dangote Industries for what you are doing for Nigeria, especially this period of tax crunch. You know, Nigerians always think that when a big gigantic project is being done, that money is being stolen. But I want to tell them that this is a situation where there is no money to be stolen. That Dangote is using his money to do this project and then intends to recover it through tax that he will pay to the federal government. So there's nothing to steal. So this is one project that is devoid of corruption of any type. So I want to let Nigerians know that. Once again, we thank you, Alhaji Dangote. This is a very historic road. We are in Kanem Borno. This Maiduguri used to be the capital of the Kanem Borno Empire. This was the trade route of the Trans-Sahara trade activities. It helped people to move across different cultures when there were no countries, no special country called Nigeria, Sudan. They were just trading and doing their business. This is one of such routes. And so working on it is something that is historical. We thank the government of our president for remembering this road and giving it the importance, the regard, the urgency that it deserves. It's a historic road. Kanem Borno Empire cannot be overemphasized. It is one of the few unconquered kingdoms in the world. My history tells me so. They were never conquered by their neighbors. They were never conquered by the white man. they fought back. They are traders. They maintained peace and allowed trade to flow. We remember Idris Aloma. We remember by Dunamas and all of that. This is what they kept for us. And this government is trying to ensure that it doesn't go. We thank the government. We thank the people of Bedugri, of Borno State, for ensuring that this becomes a reality. And we pray that you give the contractors the expected support they will need. Once again, I want to thank all those who are involved in this very historic project. Thank you very much and remain blessed. Thank you.
Well spoken, sir. Distinguished Senator Allwell Onyeso, we sincerely thank you for your intervention at this moment. We are about to close this segment of Goodwill Message. And the next person to speak to us is the Chief Whip of the Nigerian 10th Senate and the Senator representing Borno North Senatorial District, Distinguished Senator Mohammed Tahir Monguno. Please let's give him a resounding applause as he comes to the lectern to deliver his short goodwill.
Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, our Governor Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, who has continued to bestrode the developmental landscape of Borno State like the Shakespearean Colossus. My colleagues, distinguished senators that are here present, the Honorable Minister of Works and other Honorable Ministers present, and of course the Deputy Governor and the Deputy National Chairman of our great party, all other protocols respectively and duly observed. Well, as a senator representing Borno North Senatorial District, this road that we are now plugging off crisscross a little bit through one of the local governments that I'm representing, Marte, local government, and therefore we remain sincerely and most profoundly grateful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for that I'm representing Marte, local government, and therefore we remain sincerely and most profoundly grateful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for plugging up one of the blood veins of our economic development, because it serves as a trade corridor throughout the trans-Saharan trade route, and this road will link up to Sudan and to the shores of the Red Sea. So it's a very important road that is going to transform our economic development, and it also has the attendant and concomitant effect of unleashing the value chains along this corridor in terms of trade and other economic activities, and it is going to also greatly abate the problem of insecurity that we have across in this part of the country. Against this backdrop, we remain sincerely grateful for this very important road, and to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I dare say without any fear of contradiction or equivocation, that this road that we are going to plug up, this development that we are going to plug up, is unparalleled and unprecedented in the annals of our history, and we remain very, very grateful to them. To the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, the Chief Whip of the 10th Senate, Distinguished Senator M.T. Monguno. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we are going to be listening to the remarks of the richest black man on earth, the man who has reached a point where he's doing business not only to earn profit, but to leave a legacy as the man who has industrialized Africa. Please welcome with me the President and Chief Executive Officer, Dangote Industries Limited, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON, to now deliver his intervention at this moment.
His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by my brother, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, His Excellency the Governor of Borno, also a brother of mine, Professor Baba Gana Umara Zulu, the Deputy Governor, the Senate Chief Whip, Chairman of Senate and House Committee on Works, other distinguished senators and members of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Minister of Works that I call the Conqueror, and the Honorable Minister of State Works. I want to recognize also the representative of His Highness, the Shehu of Borno. I want to recognize two people before I now stand on the existing protocol duly established. Engineer Nasru Dantata, who is the CEO of Dantata Swao, the contractor, and also the engineer Shagaya of Yolas, the best designing roads engineer in Nigeria. It is a distinct honor and privilege to stand before you today on this historic occasion. We are gathered here to witness the official flag off of the Bama, Banki, and Dikwa, Gamboru, Ngala roads. This vital network of connectivity stands as a testament to what can be achieved when the public and private sectors unite with a shared vision for national transformation. The infrastructure, this infrastructure works form a part of a portfolio of major projects executed under the Road Infrastructural Development and Refurbishment Investment Tax Credit Scheme, which is RITC, an innovative and forward-thinking public-private partnership scheme initiated by the federal government of Nigeria. Through this creative scheme, Dangote and many other corporations have participated in, and by so doing, supplemented the funding options for infrastructure and expanding it beyond budgetary allocation. Today, we are truly delighted to flag off this road construction. It represents a proud milestone within a much larger commitment to infrastructural development across the country. Under this scheme, RITC strategic scheme, the Dangote Group alone is constructing about 12 roads across the geopolitical zones of our country. Altogether, this project spans approximately over 1,000 kilometers, representing a combined investment of over 3 trillion naira in high-quality concrete roads. I want to assure the government we are a very, very highly tax-paid company, and we can take more roads. The 3 trillion is not really enough. Our taxes are very heavy. We are very proud to be a tax-compliant company. I would like to take this opportunity to express my deepest appreciation to His Excellency the President, President Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Thank you, Your Excellency, for granting the Dangote Group the opportunity to partner with your administration and to contribute directly to bolstering Nigeria's infrastructural landscape. Your unwavering belief in regional commerce, unlocking the economic opportunities, and significantly easing the movement of goods and people. Most importantly, these projects serve as a powerful engines for localized economic growth, creating thousands of direct and indirect jobs within and around the various communities where these roads are being developed. We, indigenous investors, to take bolder bets on the economy, deepening our appetite for risk and embark on investments that create jobs, expanding the tax base and growing the national prosperity, thereby baking a larger pie. As we plug this road today, we do so with a firm conviction that will serve as a pathway to peace, progress, and renewed economic vitality for this region and the nation at large. The people of this region have indeed demonstrated great resilience in the face of all challenges they have actually encountered over the last decade plus. Through these projects, we demonstrate that you remain as part of us, you inspire us, and we must continue to stand with you. I also must acknowledge the role of our legislators in ensuring the success of the continuity of the tax credit scheme. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to the chairman of the Senate and House Committee on Works and their the members of the committee and their various colleagues in the Senate and House for understanding and championing this special funding scheme, which frees up more public funds for development into other equally important social and public infrastructure projects. We are indeed very, very grateful. The fruits of this partnership wouldn't have been possible without the collaboration and cooperation of the Honorable Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, CON, and his able Minister of State, that I call him by a name which he knows best, the Conqueror, who continues to conquer all obstacles on his path. The Honorable Minister who always shows up at meetings with his sharpened pencil and paper and sketching out the road sections, bridges, and wherever we run into challenges. I believe the Honorable Minister truly enjoys this job as a passion and would rather be in the sun with his hard heart, engaging contractors and holding them accountable rather than being behind his desk. As I mentioned earlier on, as a group, we have already have 12 projects under this scheme that is totaling over about 3 trillion naira and about over 1,000 kilometers. If we continue along this path, I believe in a few years, Nigeria may perhaps not only multiply the number of habitable roads, it may have the most road network on the continent. And I thank you, my dear brother, Honorable Minister, for your commitment to service and delivery. I wish to also express my gratitude to the Honorable Minister of State, the Permanent Secretary, the directors, and all the staff of the Federal Ministry of Works for their support. I cannot close my speech today without saying a few words about my dear brother, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Vice President, you are the most loyal Vice President we have ever had in the history of Nigeria. A banker, a seasoned politician, a master of the use of language, a wonderful orator, but above all, a humanitarian and a loyal friend. His Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, has indeed demonstrated to us all the real meaning of loyalty, not just in words, but in action, but in spirit, and also in his own behavior. I would like to thank His Excellency for being a very strong supporter of ours and for always giving us a listening ear whenever we reach out to him. Mr. Vice President, thank you very much. It must also be said that during his time as Governor of Borno State, His Excellency demonstrated great strength and courage. Despite all the challenges encountered, His Excellency embarked on a very, very bold infrastructure initiatives that remade Borno State into one of the most modern-looking states in the northern Nigeria. Rebuilding schools, institutions of higher learning, equipping them with modern facilities, while developing homes for the people, all while confronting an evil spectacle, the likes of which we have actually never ever seen in our lifetime. It is also on this legacy that His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum stands today and has continued to excel by going further to building on this base that was established by His Excellency the Vice President. This democratic handoff and continuity in policy, action, leadership, execution, focus, and visioning, and I dare say should be the gold standard for adoption across our subnational units. Even in the face of all the pain that has been endured by the people and administration, the stability and seamless transition have remained constant. This testament to who they are as honorable and decent men. It is my sincere wish and prayer that whoever follows in the footsteps of these great leaders will continue in this transition and work towards improving the lives of the great people of Borno State. I pray that the Almighty Allah continue to bless His Excellency, our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, with good health, strength, and continued wisdom as he leads this great nation. I want to thank you. I want to also recognize, I know that I stand on the existing protocol, but there are ministers from Maiduguri. One of them is actually related to my children. That is, Minister of Agriculture that is here. So I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. Sorry, I've taken much of time, but I have to say my mind. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Very explicit remarks by the President and CEO, Dangote Industries Limited, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON. Thank you for your remarks. Your Excellencies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, time is fast spent and this program is rapidly reaching to its climax. At this point in time, our next speaker, just like our governor, is a man whose infrastructural records is well noted across far and wide.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Of a business and communities alike.
Organizers say the conference is expected to stimulate research-driven solutions and policy conversations that will help business adapt to the demands of the future while promoting sustainable economic growth. Sharon Ijason, TVC News.
Thank you very much.
The federal government has inaugurated a new board of directors for the Bank of Agriculture. to strengthen corporate governance and provide renewed strategic leadership for the country's foremost agricultural development finance institution. The inauguration, performed by the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, in Abuja, is aimed at enhancing the bank's role in promoting agricultural development, food security, financial inclusion, and sustainable economic growth. The chairman of the board, Mohammed Babangida, described the inauguration as a renewed